bright light on.
Oh, is it too bright?
Yes.
I dim it down for you. Better?
Not really. No.
No.
I don't know that we need it. Okay.
Is that okay?
I feel like the light just makes it look even darker than it actually is.
Oh, you think?
Almost, but anyways.
Well, here we are now that we got everything all adjusted and whatnot. But I remembered to get you Dr. Pepper out.
Thank you.
She loves her Dr. Pepper.
The ranch. Hello, ladies. How are you? We're good. How are you?
It's a fine evening here on the farm.
Kaylee, are you subscribed to my channel? Because I feel like you're here for the live streams a lot, but I feel like I haven't seen you over when we do the cook-offs.
Do you know that we have 2 channels?
What?
Oh, was it not cut all the way through?
No.
Oh.
And it's like really hot.
Oh, I got extra napkin.
Why is it so hot?
Because it came out of the oven.
Why do you serve food directly? She literally will take food right out of the oven and be like, hey, it's ready.
It's ready, everybody.
Gather around, and then everyone burns their
everybody
mouth.
burn your mouth. Well, I try to time it out too because it's weird with daylight savings and stuff because we truthfully do live on a farm. For anybody that doesn't know that, and Meg,
We don't fake fully.
uh-uh.
It's truthfully.
True on. Meg has to put the animals away at night, and so this time of year we have to, well, any time of year we have to kind of eat around that too.
Said pizza with a fork. Come on now. I don't.
That's a me thing.
Yeah, they can see that. She does it with tacos too. Can you guys help me get this woman in line?
I only do it with soft tacos.
Well, yeah. If you started cutting a chip, I would be worried.
I don't really like hard tacos anyway.
Yeah, it's a chip.
Yeah. I like chips, but I don't know. There's something weird about, like...
If you start cutting your chips, I'm calling a doctor.
Okay, I won't. If I do, I'll do it in private.
Why do you even do that?
It's a habit.
What do you mean? You have hands. It's a very easy habit to break. Just stop using utensils.
I don't know. I think it came from, like, eating sloppy pizza before, wearing it. You figure maybe you have more control over your pizza that way?
How many... When are you eating sloppy pizza?
Well, it's been a long time since I had a sloppy pizza.
So, the habit...
I think, don't Europeans eat it with a fork and knife? It's like an open-faced sandwich, right, guys?
I eat open-faced sandwiches with my hands. I mean, woman, you're looking for fights.
She's making it sound like I'm a criminal.
They said it, not me.
Will it make you guys happy if I eat it with my hands? I'll do that.
It's controversial. I don't know how you've gotten that far in the pizza. It's scorching. Might not be lava anymore.
Megan likes to dip hers in either ranch dressing or the garlic butter.
Maybe a deep dish pizza, but come on, tacos too? That's a crime. Thank you.
Soft shell tacos. Well, for some reason they seem to fall apart on me if I don't.
I just can't defend you on this one. I can't defend it.
But you guys, if we were like at Taco Bell or something, I wouldn't. And I had like a burrito and so it was all wrapped up, tight.
If you had the utensils, you probably would.
Probably. Oh, wait a minute. I said I wasn't going to do that.
There's a crust for a reason. You know, usually I don't want to bully you, but it is apparent that that is something worth bullying.
Mm.
I just don't. You're the only person that I know that does that.
Okay, you guys happy now? I'm doing it with my fingers.
Well, no. I've seen people do it with pizza, but the tacos is where it's a new one. Where I said, "Hey, never seen that done before."
Yeah. So Meg and I are really itching to do something super fun in our area, though, just like day trip. So if anybody knows anything about our area, anything that's going on like this weekend, put it in the comments because I can't seem to. Well, you know.
Hey guys, so we're not going to tell you where we're from, but if you do know and you know anything fun happening,
We're from Rhode Island. You guys know that. But I guess Sunday's Father's Day, so a lot of stuff might not be going on Sunday anyway.
Is it already that far in the week? Isn't it only Tuesday? You're planning way far ahead.
I'm giving them time.
Oh, okay.
To come up with some super duper ideas.
So if you guys come up with anything between now and the weekend.
So here's something funny. It was on the news. So we have a big aquarium just over the state line into Connecticut. And it's in Mystic, Connecticut. So it's called Mystic Aquarium. Well, it used to be called some other aquarium, some other name, but it's the same place, the same owner, same whatever. So this woman 2 days ago was, I guess she had this great aunt that passed away, and she was going through her stuff. You know how you go through stuff and try to donate stuff and whatever. And she found this 25-year-old ticket from Mystic Aquarium, but it was in the old name. And it was what they called a late arrival ticket. So if you, I don't know if they still do it or not, but back then, like say they close at 5 and you showed up at 4. And so you don't really get the full experience. So they give you a ticket, you pay, but then they give you a ticket to come back and no expiration date whenever you want to come.
Oh.
So this ticket was dated and everything, but it said no expiration date from 25 years ago. And she found it in her great aunt's drawer when she was cleaning stuff out. And she went to the aquarium and they honored it and everything, but it was such news like that. Someone actually held on to one of these comeback tickets, and they honored it, and they said they were going to like frame it and stuff and put it up, because who holds on to something, for 25 years?
Yeah. I used to hold on to I went to like Mystic a few times. I used to hang on to like all the little tickets and stuff from the ones we would go to in Florida and in Mystic and the zoos and stuff, but they just became they're not valuable really pieces of paper but I mean, I guess if it never expired, I guess that's why she kept it. I mean,
right. And 25 years ago it was probably $2 or $3 to get in, and now it's like $25 to get in.
It's a deal,
right? So the great aunt got to see it 25 years ago, and she got to see it too on the same, $2 or whatever it was that she paid. That's pretty funny.
And that's what we like to call generational wealth.
Oh, right. But the problem is she only found one ticket, right? So you can either go free by yourself or find someone that wants to pay full price and go with you.
I know, but it's so funny because it's like, oh, you didn't get the full experience, come back. You get a 100% different experience 25 years later. You're not gonna have the same animals.
I know.
I mean, I guess maybe because the whales do live so long and stuff, maybe they do have the same animals, but
Well, I can tell you, I remember at that particular aquarium, and it's a big one, and they have a whole department. Like if there's an injured animal or something, they'll come out and bring it in and try to rehab it, and different turtles and different things. But I can remember, which is not there anymore. There was this deformed beluga whale, and it was really small, and like it never grew to be big or anything. It stayed really small, and it was like but it lived for even there in the pools and stuff that I'm taking care of it. I'm sure in the wild it never would have made it, but for quite a while. And it's not there anymore. So it was probably there like 25 years ago, and that one's definitely not there. Plus, there's certain things they don't let them bring in anymore. Like SeaWorld and stuff. I think they can't bring in like those orcas and stuff anymore, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I saw that there was this big thing about, I think it probably started around the Free Willy time or something. That
He goes by William now?
Oh, Free William. Release William. That was a fun movie. I like that movie. You saw it, right? You didn't? Oh, you'll have to watch it. It's probably on Netflix or something.
I have a hard time watching movies that are a certain, like, years old. Like, unless it's a movie that's a classic that I watched when I was younger and it was, like, newer. Like movies that came out in, like, the early late 90s and stuff. Certain ones, like, I can't pay attention to because it's not, like, modern enough. Like,
the cinematography and everything, or
and just all of it, like the way it's so much like slower and like Free Will, like you know what I mean, like when you picture, because I've seen like clips of Free Willy and it's like, you know what I mean, like it's not.
Some are that way. I thought it came out maybe when the boys were. I thought it did come out like in the 90s. I can look it up.
That's what I'm saying. Is movies that like I didn't grow up watching that are from the time I would have grown up watching them, like whatever. Like Free Willy's one of those ones that I missed, but it's like I don't know that I have the attention span like I would when I was a kid watching it as a new thing, and that's why like I haven't seen a handful of Disney movies, and I don't really have that much desire to.
I'd watch Free Willy again
because like. Well, but that's the thing. It's like you saw it probably when you were much younger, and you're watching
when the boys
it again.
were young.
Well, whatever.
I was younger though.
It came out then. It was interesting, and you like it because now it's a nostalgia thing.
Right.
Where it's like trying to teach a 5-year-old about how much fun you had in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's like no matter how much how cool it looks, or whatever, it doesn't resonate. It doesn't like I was like. The Free Willy era was, like, right before I was born. Like you said, it was, like, when the boys were kids and stuff.
Too young to...
And so, like, everyone was, like, making the Free Willy jokes when I was still too young to get it.
I think they came out with a Free Willy 2 as well.
Yeah. But, so, like, it was like, before my time, and it never, like, fell into where I was like, oh, yeah, that would really make sense.
Well, I get what you're saying... Because, and the movie that I can identify with most on that is Jaws. I remember seeing Jaws when it first came out, and I was really young, and being scared to death. I mean, scared to death. And it was state-of-the-art, filming and everything then. I think it was like but now when I watch it, it's kind of like a joke when you see...
Right. And so that's what I was kind of trying to explain is like not quite a joke, but I am such a movie junkie that like I love new movies as soon as they come out, and like I'm so quick to pick up on like bad editing. Like if there's a clip where someone's like holding something and then they turn around and it's down here, I notice it like right away. I notice that it's a cut and refilm and stuff. And so in the older movies, there's a lot of that would slide, and just like a lot of bad cuts and edits and stuff. And for like me, it's like if I actually pay attention to that, when those things happen, I go, oh no, I can't like.
Well,
it makes it not. It makes it go from like believing that the woman at Disney dressed up in Cinderella in front of you is Cinderella to then she trips and you go, wait a minute, Cinderella wouldn't trip. That
and
must
she
not
wouldn't
be.
have those sneakers on.
That's no fun anymore. Like that. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think back then too, filming was like
Cinderella would trip.
a bigger.
She tripped and lost her shoe.
Right. But it was a big. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, now, I mean, everything is just so digitized that it's not like they have to develop the film and then splice it and...
Well, and two, like, you could watch Free Willy back then as a movie about, you know, I don't even really know what it was about. SeaWorld and releasing a whale, I'm guessing, you know? But right now, you could watch an actual documentary about that.
About what really is going on.
You know what I mean? If that's really what you wanted to... So, yeah. I don't know, like, there's the classics that I watch because I watch them, and you watch them for nostalgia. And then there's classics that it's like you're watching them to, like, become educated on the classics. And some of those I just can't, like... sit through. Like, I'm like, I don't care to.
The one thing with Jaws is, though, even though I know it's coming, I still jump if they have him, like, when the guy falls through the bottom of the boat. I know it's coming, and I know it's not real, and so, but I still jump every time on that one part.
I've seen it, like, a bunch of times, and I don't, like, remember the pinpoint parts of the movie as much as that. To be like, you know, when the guy falls through the boat? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I think...
But apparently you're traumatized by it.
When I was a kid, they were actually filming it and everything, and they filmed it off Cape Cod. So, you know, being so close by and
I don't think you knew about a movie being filmed in Cape Cod.
No, but when they released it and they, said that's where it was filmed.
Because I was going to say, it's even like a rare thing to find out when movies are being filmed in locations and stuff nowadays. So it's like...
Yeah. No.
Say when you were a kid
it was
that
after
you knew.
It was kind of like The Perfect Storm, you know, after they had filmed it and everything. But, I mean, it was news because that was a true story. Jaws, of course, wasn't.
I don't know what The Perfect Storm is. But... You never tell me that, like... I've never known about movies or music that you like, so it's all of a sudden this Perfect Storm. I've never heard of it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that
That's
was
a
about...
movie you like? I don't know.
No, it wasn't that I liked it. I mean, it was a well-done movie, but it was a true story about this these fishing boats that went out to go out of New Bedford. I think they were scallop boats, but I don't remember exactly the type of fishing boats they were, but they were going out, and they didn't know that the forecast was what it was. Because when it happened, of course, every day all of technology keeps getting better and better. But it was the perfect storm. 3 storms converged at the same time and came together, and the ship went down, and it happened here in New Bedford. That was that. And so they made a movie about it. But I remember I saw it.
So what? So you were scared? I don't. What was that?
No, but why it makes, also because it was local and it was a true story, but why I remember it so well too was my oldest son, Christian, got his surround sound in his bedroom. And I think he was about maybe like 10 and set it all up, or 11. We were on Green End. And the movie had just come out and he put it on.
He wasn't 10 or 11 when we lived there, but go on.
Oh, maybe he was a little older. Maybe he was like 13 or 14. And he got the DVD, and he said, "Mom, he just hooked up all his surround sound and everything. You got to hear this." And I remember going into his room, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was like being in a movie theater. But
yeah, I know you wouldn't have let him set that up when he was 10, because I would have been 3.
Yeah, no.
I don't think you would have been having your 10-year-old set up a surround sound when you have a 3-year-old.
Yeah, no, and we were on Green End, so he had to have been at least like 13. So anyway, I don't know if you want to try this dessert.
I'm not really starving.
So I made this dessert. It's called like Lemon Kiss, and it's really pretty good. You might want to try it later. But it's really good. And I made this. It's lemon and condensed milk, and I put ladyfingers in it, and strawberries, strawberry, and chocolate sprinkles. It's really good.
Is it really good?
Super, you guys. Want to taste?
She said it's really good.
It is. So, there you have it.
There it is.
So now that was our movie critique for the evening. And you'll probably see that on Rotten Tomatoes. Isn't that the one?
Now you guys know how I feel about Free Willy.
That's right. And would that be part 1 and 2?
Well, you would have to watch part 1 to see part 2, wouldn't you?
Yeah, usually. It's a good idea.
I don't know, there's just some classics that, like, I just can't get into. It's just, they're too, like, slow paced, I think.
How about, like, some of the old, look at you jumping right up. The old, like, almost like even, like, black and white, you know, would be.
I couldn't name a single black and white film.
Or have you, like Casablanca, or, trying to think of some of the other classics that would be black and white. Well, there's always Wizard of Oz. That's half black and white and half color.
I've never seen it.
Wizard of Oz? Really?
Because I walked into, like, your room or the boys' room or something as a kid, and it was on, and you were like, don't look, the flying monkeys will scare you, or something. And I was like, okay. And
that was
it was never on a TV screen again in my presence.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay. And so I think any time that I was, like, ever, like, with a friend or something, and it was ever, like, suggested, I was like, no, the monkeys will scare us.
Those monkeys are going to scare you. Yeah, we can't be doing that.
Can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My mom said those monkeys are going to scare me.
That's right. So they're out of the question.
So.
Well, they terrified my sister. I think she still can't watch it.
See, I knew I didn't make that up. You definitely said that.
Oh, she's. I think she's still, and she's older than me.
See? That's what I said. Even when I was like 13, I was like, sorry, guys. Can't watch the flying monkeys.
We can't let anything terrify our Megan. That's for sure. So this would be the little fluff nugget. And she's a very good girl. We love her. Anyway.
Dad. You can come here?
Oh, she's like, I'd like to go.
Hi.
I'd like to pass pizza on the way.
Hi. Saying hi to everybody. Okay, well.
We will see you.
If there's any classics, oh my god, that's a shame. Wizard of Oz was my favorite as a kid and still, and not because I'm from Kansas. Well, I don't know. Like, The Wizard of Oz, though, is, like, a classic that I'd be willing to, like, watch, though. That's what it's, like, really hard for me to explain. Like Annie, like, that's a classic that, like, I mean, I've seen it, so it's a bad example. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I don't know. If there's any, if you guys have a list of movies that you qualify as classics, leave it in the comments, and I will try and see if I can sit through them.
And then she'll let you know what she thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Annie's a musical. So that one surprises me because I know you're not really a musical kind of person.
Yeah.
I mean, you love music, but...
Well, because it's not... Like, there's a couple of songs in Annie that are, like, a big production, like at the orphanage and stuff, but a lot of the songs are just her.
Yeah.
And so that, when it's musicals, that's what I'm not a huge fan of, is how, back again to it makes it so unrealistic. Where you're watching a movie and you're like, you're in it. You're like feeling for the characters. And you're like, oh my god, like, I can't believe that Debbie is going to break up with John because of how big his thumbs are. And that's so heartbreaking. And then all of a sudden they break into
a song.
And I'm like,
that would not happen.
You lost me.
That would not happen for real.
You lost me. And so that's kind of where I have a hard time with the classics.
Yeah.
Is because, too, like, some of the acting was just straight up bad. back in the day. And so, you know, they're in a scene and you're like watching the scene, you're like, yeah, yeah. And then they're like, well, and you're like, wait, what?
I think there was a transition time. You know, back up until maybe the 70s or so, the acting, I mean, people had to really be able to act.
Yeah.
And then there's that transition time from like the mid 70s until, you know, around maybe, you know, the 90s, mid 90s, where people did terrible acting and they really didn't have the technology to really edit it and make it work. And then now you can be a terrible actor and they can edit it all and do body doubles and everything.
Yeah, now you can be a TikToker and they'll just give you lines to spit out and...
Well, it's the same thing with music.
Yeah.
I mean, people used to have to be able to perform and sing and everything. Now everything's a synthesizer and
you don't
whatever.
even have to write your own music anymore.
No. So things have evolved in a crazy way that anybody, I mean, she could lip sync to a song and...
Tatum?
Yeah. You know, and they could make it seem like it really was her. They could do an.
I thought you were saying the way technology's advanced that now you'll find her in the shower just
singing away,
singing it out,
belting it out.
I gotta do. There's an app that I saw, and it was like this guy posted a TikTok and he was like, "My fiance is getting mad that I keep putting like teeth on our baby." And there's like these apps that you can put in that it's a simple like sticker thing, and it puts in like veneers.
Beautiful veneers.
Like yeah. And so there's all these pictures of, you know, the parents and the infant,
newborn,
and it's got a big like
dentures
sleeping, and it's like, and I think I had seen someone do it with like animals too.
Yeah, I bet it's funny.
And so I was gonna try and get pictures of when Tatum's like growling and showing her teeth already,
and then just supersize
and then put it
them.
in, because then it'll be like with a big like human smile.
Yeah,
and it'll be like it'll look like, cause she'll be like growling, but it'll be.
Would you like that? That would be funny, right?
She went. Well, I think that's about it for tonight's show.
I think it's a wrap.
So, yeah.
There you have it.
We'll see ya.
When we see ya. And don't forget to subscribe to Meg's channel, too. See you, and you guys have a great night.